First of all, I started doing research. I wanted details on who was in the Sea of Mud, how did they get there, what did they drop. De La Peña was a good example. He said that they dropped whole cans of canister, botes de metralla, and we found whole cans of canisters, little lead balls or brass or copper balls that they put in a can and shoot it out of their cannon like a shotgun. Very devastating. So we found whole cans of canister. He talked about clavones, which is sets of nails, not just nails, but sets of nails. And we found sets of nails. So De La Peña described this stuff. So I did more and more research. And then all of a sudden, I started realizing that most of the documentation was in Spanish. There were all kinds of the Mexican army was trained by the Spanish, and they were uber documenters. They would document everything. They would send a copy of everything to the Secretary of War Tornell in Mexico City. So all these Mexican army documents existed, but most of them had never been translated. So I had a friend of mine that was kind of my mentor at North Carolina State, believe it or not. He's a Texas history guy. He's from Texas. Jim Crisp. He's written some stuff on the Texas history. He told me I was going to have to learn to speak Spanish. And I said, oh, yeah, right. That's not going to happen. Well, it happened and made me a better pediatrician, too, because I could now speak Spanish with my patients, not only translate these documents. So it was a real win-win situation. Now, the artifacts, most of the artifacts, the best stuff, I ended up donating to the Cushing Library at Texas A&M. I am an Aggie, so that was a natural for me, but I wanted them somewhere where they would be available for display. Okay, if I donated them to San Jacinto or if I donated to the Alamo, it's like they may end up like in a box somewhere on a back shelf. So at A&M, they promised me they would make it available, and the artifacts have been displayed at the San Jacinto Museum at Texas A&M. They've been displayed at the brand new wonderful library at San Felipe, or museum at San Felipe. They have an awesome museum there. They had my artifacts there for about 6 months. We're just about to open up a new exhibit here in Wharton at the Wharton County Museum of the Artifacts. And it's going to be a really nice display of a lot of the artifacts. We found thousands of artifacts. I'm still finding artifacts. Yesterday, I found a lead canister shot in a piece of a musket. About three or 4 days ago, I found a piece of a bridal rosette, and so I'm still. It's about a 10-mile stretch where they were stuck in the mud, and so I have all these different fields that I go out and metal detect, and I find them. I do a GPS reading on all the artifacts that I find and document it all. And I will eventually donate the artifacts that I found recently. I've donated already some to the Alamo and some to the Sam Houston Museum and the State Library. The Daughters of the Republic of Texas Museum, I've donated stuff to them. My attitude is these artifacts belong to the people of Texas. And once again, it's nice that I'm a physician because I don't need the money. I don't need to sell them, which unfortunately some people do, and I don't feel bad. I understand. One of the howitzer shells that a friend of mine found, he had to sell it to get money for his grandson's, to pay his grandson's hospital bill. And it's like, yeah, how can I argue with that? It's like, but luckily I have not had to do that. So I've been able to donate. I've still got quite a few that I'll end up donating.